Welcome back to another Real Talk Reaction. This one is for Scrubs. Season 1, episode number 23. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe and continue to hit that notification bell. Thank you.
Alright, we got a couple comments to feature from episode 22, starting with Jason, who says, this episode, it is a tent pole, no spoilers.
Tent pole, no spoilers.
Executive producer Jeremy says, I love this episode. The casting, the choice of the direction for this episode, and the song choice I thought were great as well. This episode might be in my top 5. It's been a while since I've seen the whole series, so I might have forgotten some episodes, so maybe it would end up being my top 10. But for now, I'll stick with top 5.
Okay.
Executive producer Lasith says, Ben was a real fun character and I feel bad for Dr. Cox. He's going to miss him very much. This episode was beautifully done and I liked how we got to see JD's imagination revealed, that twist at the end. Also, this opens up for future episodes similar to that scenario where his imagination runs wild due to trauma or any other type of stress that he feels, and it could go on for much longer than it did in this episode, and it would be epic. Can't wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Sir Deb says, this is a big one for me. Ben was so incredibly likable for only appearing in this one episode so far, so when the record scratched and took us back to the hospital room to reveal he has leukemia, it really took the wind out of me. It's a gut punch, and not because Ben is likable, but because he's the only person we've seen Dr. Cox actually like.
Yeah.
After a whole season of Cox hating humanity, we find one person he can stand being around, and he is diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
All 3 of the actors in the room did a fantastic job of reacting to the news. Every reaction was different. JD's eyes started welling up at the end. Cox kept the smirk on his face, but you can tell it's a defense mechanism. He kept his eyes off Ben the whole time. And Ben just had a look of pure shock, like his whole body just went cold. This scene lives rent-free in the back of my head. Wow. By the way, leukemia has a 65% 5-year survival rate. It is treatable and in rare instances completely curable, but most people are gone before the 20-year mark. And when this episode was out, it was much lower. Alright, Ted Callie, final comment says, love this episode. JD's daydreams or fantasies or whatever you want to call them are an integral part of the show, but up until this point it's been kind of a narrative quirk more than anything. The show works exceedingly well when it uses that quirk to tell a story in a unique way, like it does with that heartbreaking twist at the end. Sure, you might be able to call it ahead of time, but the point is that it contextualizes JD's daydreams as not just fun for fun's sake, but as a way his mind protects him from the harshness of working in a hospital like that. Yeah, I like low-key keep having flashbacks to House. You know, with that season where he him and Dr. Cuddy got all together and it was like he was on the high off of the medication and ended up not being the thing.
Yeah.
Ugh! Like, that's going to stress me out if this show does that. Anyways, great comments as always. Let's get into episode 23 right now.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to do this. What's wrong?
Lost my money.
Really?
No. That's the only thing that can make me unhappy, right? You people, you think of me as nothing but the janitor.
That's not true.
What's my name?
I know the nurses call you Sir Plunger a lot.
No.
Sir Plunger.
And come on, I'm sure you don't know my name, so...
John Michael Dorian.
Just know my middle name.
Because I care.
Because I care.
I don't
Today
make you
seems
feel like
like a good
shit.
day to hide out in one of my patient's rooms.
You, my friend, are an incompetent fool.
Unless, of course, my patient is missing.
Where's my brother?
I don't...
Oh, if you say I don't know, I'll show you what I learned last week in my crotch punching class.
I think it's great that you're going back to school.
Why would he wander off? Oh, maybe he went to a real hospital.
Jordan, he found out he had leukemia yesterday. It's life-changing news. You can't be surprised if he's a little depressed.
Hey, Doc. Guy's got something on his shoulder. You might want to take a look at it.
He's a very likable character.
Anybody missing one of these?
Anybody missing one of these?
Oh, you heard the good doctor. This one out. Please, my hands are free. Just leave me.
Ben, stop, Ben. Put me down. Ben. Faster! Eagle!
Yeah, Doc?
Jesus. That would be me. And I would be sick.
You want to turn?
Don't you dare.
Don't you dare! Wow! No! Hey, put me down! No!
Give me a quick head shot of the mean lady.
Hey, short! Don't you get short person, you take that picture, you'll be later in the hospital!
can't do this all my life.
He got the worst news and he's just been a happy guy.
Been Superman. Maybe he ain't really hit him yet.
I think you got yourself a
That's a good picture right
I
there.
know. How did she?
That's just great.
We mostly do a cappella versions of cartoon theme songs.
Here comes Eraser. He's a demon on wheels.
Turn.
He's a
Baby, why is this happening right now?
Hey, y'all practicing the elevator?
Again.
Again.
Here comes Eraser.
Dr. Reed, I hope I wasn't too harsh on you around this morning.
Oh, it's okay, sir. I don't hate myself much more than I usually do.
Well, turnabout's fair play and all that, so here's an evaluation form. I figured I'd try to get a read on how all you interns think I'm doing. Don't sign your name, it's completely anonymous, and Dr. Reed, I'm no she-doc. I can take it.
I'm no she-dog.
You're gonna crush him, right? Oh, yes. How do you spell inadequate? Give me that. I'll fill it up for you.
Inadequate.
So, Mr. Sullivan, your blast percentage is quite a bit higher than we all expected, around 80%.
Blast.
Right. You want the number to be low, huh? Like in golf?
Yes, exactly, like in golf. Do you play?
Oh, who the hell cares if he plays golf?
I was bonding.
Hey, you do a good job, too.
Oh, thanks.
Who is this clown?
Paul here is the best oncologist in the room, so why don't we all just clam up a lesson?
We need to start chemo
When?
this afternoon.
I'm afraid this afternoon doesn't really work for me. Ironically, I have a golf game to get to.
You don't sweat it. Come on, give me a break.
Hey, you gonna be there?
I got about 1,000 patients I gotta look after, so no, I'm probably gonna miss this first one. But I will leave my lovely and talented assistant, Kimmy. Okay?
He's probably
Yeah,
he doesn't
yeah.
want to see him sick
Okay.
or something.
Hi, Kimmy?
No, I'm Kimmy.
Good.
I'm telling you, Carla torched Dr. Kelso for me. No matter what I wrote down, I always brought it back to sexual inadequacy.
Maybe I bet he has
Hello,
some.
ladies.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Doug. What'd you write on Kelso's evaluation?
What evaluation?
See, she's the only one that wrote it, so it doesn't matter if it's anonymous.
It's
No,
just
yeah.
Hey!
Around here, bad behavior always comes back to haunt you.
What?
Captain, I just want to take this
What-
opportunity
what-
to once again apologize to you and the entire Asian community.
I'll pass it on at the next big meeting. You know, Christopher, surgeons don't have to be shallow.
Gain immediate hemostatic control doesn't mean I think too much.
Dum 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 shiny scalpel. Dum 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 gonna slice him up.
And that's it.
That's a
That's
great.
all I think
That's a
about,
great
yeah.
twist, though, babe.
Like the way cashmere feels on your skin.
How are you doing this?
That's right, you run away. Run away from the truth!
Look, Dr. Cox, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I honestly think that the only reason you're not down at that hospital right now is that you're afraid.
I think you're right.
Afraid
I
of
do. It's partly because you've really gotten to know me this year, but mostly it's because, well, I told you that I was afraid earlier today, so please don't tell me that you've come here to reiterate things to me that
That
I've
I
already
already
said,
said
because
to
I
you.
know the things that I've already said. In fact, I'm the one who said them.
You gotta get back in the game, Coxie. Okay, Coxie wasn't the
Coxie.
guy. I didn't say Coxie.
Get out.
Look, it boggles my mind that you just bail on a patient.
A patient's a stranger in bed. You can distance yourself whenever you need to. Ben is my friend. And I'm going to try to get in there and visit him over the next couple of weeks. But if I can't, then that'll be very sad for me. But really, it'll just mean that I'm human. Oh, and Newbie, please don't think that you've come here because Ben needs me. You're here because you're scared to death that you might actually have to rely on yourself for the first time ever. And that is just the saddest thing of all.
Man, this show is just dropping bars left and right.
Universal human
Jewels and
experience is
emeralds
this feeling
all
of
over the place.
You'd never know it, but there's most likely tons of people feeling the exact same way. Maybe because you're feeling completely abandoned. Maybe because you realize that you aren't as self-sufficient as you thought. Maybe because you know you should have handled something differently. Or maybe because you aren't as good as you
That's
thought you
fucking
were.
great.
Either way, when you hit that low point, you have a choice. You can either wallow in self-pity, or you can suck it up.
I love it.
It's your call.
You know what, Dr. Wynn? I don't care if I'm not the best right now. Because I'm all about the upside. And one day, I'm gonna own this place. That's right, all this right here.
The day, is that the drill?
Just if it makes you uncomfortable, then you can just bolt again.
I think it's only fair you hear my end of the story there.
Alright, fine. Oh man. I love you, but you're a complete wuss.
I guess I got a little scared.
Well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help you through this rough patch.
Give me a break. I'm not good at this stuff. You know that.
It's okay.
I don't like the big conversations.
It's cool.
You don't like him, but he be giving them sometime.
Thinking about death a lot lately.
Oh, you got it.
Don't do it
You're
to me.
killing
Yeah.
me.
Don't do it to me
It's
right
like New York.
Oh, it's gonna make me cry.
To most people, it might have seemed like nothing had changed.
now. Oh, you're killing me.
Well, Dr. Murphy.
But it had a little.
Go on. Could it be lupus? Good job.
He tried to force his face to smile, but hey, maybe it worked a little bit.
And pain. Here we go, here we go. And sunshine. What else, what else? And rain. Cut 'em up, cut 'em up.
As for Ben,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
actually
yeah.
responded to the chemo and went into remission. Hopefully he won't be back, but who knows.
Oh, in the
Still,
remission?
Yeah.
that's not what this story's about. It's about the day I realized that admitting we're not heroic is when we're the most heroic of all.
Now unleash the dog of wonder, tearing evil's bonds asunder. Underdog, underdog, underdog.
I guess he'll always be a hero to me.
Oh my god, does he go through his journal? Is that
That's how
happening?
you get it. Yeah, once you just pop it in.
Yeah.
So you must know the combination to his locket. Oh no, he just got the screwdriver.
Always be a hero to me.
Got it.
Good girl. Don't forget. Theater camp. Bingo.
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 Gonna use that.
Use that. All right, that was episode 23 of Scrubs, and what a wonderful, great episode, man. Dr. Cox came through, did his thing. I felt him 100% on that. I felt the overarching subject of the episode, and it was great also. That was so real life. I mean, that was written in a way of humans. I mean, that's just straight up accurate of how people react to things and feel when they do things like that. I love the chief of medicine, and oh girl, I can't remember her name either, but when they wrote that mean thing about him, saying how they really feel. I mean, sometimes some people gotta hear it, and you're gonna feel some kind of way when somebody tell you the truth, but maybe that helps you do it. Just like with Turk, sometimes you gotta be told the truth so you can feel some kind of way, deal with it, get over it, figure it out, and make you a better person. And I think that's what happened with this episode right here. But at first I was starting to think that the janitor was somehow in his head like that, but it's good that they told us how that was at the end. They didn't leave that just lingering out there. And then the acapella group for the insurance people, it was just beautiful. So they can do that every episode and be straight, because that was just good music undertones throughout the thing and what happened. So I'm also glad that Ben made it through his leukemia for now, and hopefully he don't come back. So it was a great episode, man. Can't wait to see the next one.
Yeah, I mean, I know last episode was really good, but this one's I like this one even better. I just think it really delivered on setting up the first episode, but this one, like, from an emotional standpoint, hit so well. It was just like gems all over the place, and just like you could so empathize with all the characters. It felt so real. It felt so authentic. And I appreciate the show for doing that, to really showing people as people. I have to say, one of my highlights was just that screen by screen of all of them in the same situation, trying to get brave to stand up to do the right thing. I just really love that visual. It was so well done, and all of us can relate to a situation exactly like that. Everyone can think of a situation that brings up for themselves. So I love that so much. Having Ted be in an acapella group, though, was fucking the greatest thing I've ever seen. And then having it in the background to where you're like, oh shit, that's Ted, and then slowly it's revealed that it wasn't fun. That was so great to me, and I'm like geeking about that. That was super fun and completely unexpected. It's so left field because of Ted's like dry, depressed demeanor. It's hilarious to me that they went that route. But yeah, Cox, as far as the delivery on all the emotional stuff with Ben was broke me. I was like, I am 2 seconds away from losing it. So I know this show is it's gonna get me all the way there. I can feel it coming. So I am anxiously awaiting the moment where I lose it completely. But this was just a brilliant episode. I loved it from start to finish, and cannot wait for the next one.
That's right. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Scrubs Season 1, Episode 23. And until next time, people, peace.